It was a moment that shook the hearts of music lovers everywhere. News spread quickly that John Lodge, the legendary bassist and vocalist of the Moody Blues, had passed away. For millions of fans who grew up listening to the timeless sounds of Knights in White Satin and I'm Just a Singer in a Rock and Roll Band, this was not just another celebrity loss. It felt personal. A piece of rock history had gone silent. And for Justin Hayward, John's lifelong bandmate and close friend, the loss cut even deeper. Justin Hayward and John Lodge had shared more than 5 decades of music, friendship, and memories. They weren't just colleagues, they were brothers in rhythm. From their early days in the Moody Blues to their recent tours under the name The Moody Blues, Justin Hayward and John Lodge, their connection defined the sound and spirit of progressive rock. So, when Justin Hayward finally spoke out after John's passing, his message touched everyone who had ever loved their music. In his farewell message, Justin wrote with sincerity, "John was not only my bandmate but also my dearest friend. Together, we created music that meant everything to us and to millions of people around the world. His talent, humor, and kindness will never be forgotten." The message was short, but it carried a lifetime of emotion. Fans flooded social media with tributes, sharing clips of their favorite songs and live performances. It was clear that John Lodge's influence stretched far beyond the stage. For decades, Justin and John stood side by side, representing the heart of the Moody Blues. The band was known for mixing rock with orchestral arrangements, creating a sound that was ahead of its time. John's bass lines gave the group depth and strength, while Justin's vocals and songwriting brought emotion and melody. Their chemistry was unmatched. From the moment they joined forces in the mid-1960 seconds, they seemed to understand each other musically in a way that words could never explain. When asked about their partnership in an earlier interview, John once said, "Justin and I had this natural balance. He brought beauty and poetry to the songs, and I brought the grounding that held it all together. We never needed to explain, we just played, and it worked." That mutual respect remained until the very end. The news of John's passing left Justin reflective. He shared how much he admired John's commitment to the music, even in later years. "John never stopped performing, even when life got tough," Justin said. "He had this incredible energy on stage. No matter how big or small the audience was, he gave it everything." Those who saw their recent live performances could feel that passion. The two legends still had the same spark that made them icons in the late 1960 seconds. The Moody Blues first gained fame with their 1967 album Days of Future Past, which featured their groundbreaking mix of rock and orchestral sounds. Songs like Tuesday Afternoon and Nights in White Satin became anthems of a generation. John's role in shaping that sound was often underestimated. While Justin's voice took center stage, John's bass playing and harmonies were the foundation of their signature sound. Over the years, his songwriting contributions also became crucial, with hits like Ride My Seesaw and Isn't Life Strange, cementing his legacy as more than just a bassist. When fans look back on the Moody Blues journey, they often remember the bond between Justin and John as the soul of the band. While other members came and went, these two stayed united. Their friendship extended beyond the studio and stage. They shared families, vacations, and the kind of inside jokes that only decades of partnership can create. After the Moody Blues were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018, both Justin and John expressed how much it meant to them to receive that honor together. "We've been through everything," John said at the time. "It's been an incredible ride, and to be recognized for it after all these years is truly special." Justin echoed that sentiment, saying, "I'm just happy that John and I got to experience this side by side." That brotherhood was visible even after the Moody Blues stopped recording new material. While Justin focused on solo tours, John continued performing with his own group, still carrying the Moody Blues legacy with pride. Their paths crossed often, and each spoke warmly of the other in interviews. When asked about their bond, Justin once smiled and said, "John and I will always be connected. The music made sure of that." Fans from around the world have been sharing their own memories since the news broke. Some recall meeting John after concerts, describing him as humble and kind. Others speak of the way his songs helped them through hard times. One fan wrote, "John's music was always there when I needed it. His voice, his words, they made life a little easier." Those tributes reflect just how many lives he touched, not just through fame but through authenticity. Justin Hayward's farewell has become a centerpiece of these tributes. In his message, he spoke not just as a bandmate, but as someone who had lost a piece of his own history. "I will miss him every day," he wrote. "The music we made together was built on trust, laughter, and love. I am grateful for every moment we shared. It was a raw reminder that even rock legends feel the pain of loss just like anyone else." The relationship between Justin and John was often compared to iconic rock duos like Lennon and McCartney or Jagger and Richards. While they never sought fame in the same flashy way, their bond produced equally lasting music. The difference was in their approach. The Moody Blues valued meaning and emotion over image. Their lyrics spoke about time, love, and existence, and John's steady rhythm allowed Justin's melodies to soar. That combination created something timeless. Through the 70 seconds and 80 seconds, the band continued to evolve. Albums like A Question of Balance and Long Distance Voyager proved that their chemistry was still strong. John's songwriting matured, often tackling themes of reflection and hope. Songs such as Isn't Life Strange and Talking Out of Turn carried emotional weight and depth. And while trends in music changed, the core of the Moody Blues, their sincerity and passion, never faded. In his later years, John Lodge remained active and grateful. He often told interviewers that performing live kept him young. Even during the toughest years, including the global pandemic, John stayed in touch with fans through live streams and social media. His dedication inspired many younger artists who saw him not just as a legend, but as a model of endurance and grace. Justin frequently praised John's optimism and work ethic, saying, "He was one of those people who made you feel positive about life. No matter what was going on, John always found something to smile about." Now, as Justin reflects on his friend's passing, it's clear that his farewell is not just about saying goodbye. It's also about celebrating a life that gave so much to music and to those who loved it. In recent interviews, Justin has spoken about how he wants fans to remember John not with sadness, but with gratitude. "John loved music more than anything," he said. "If you want to honor him, keep listening, keep singing. That's what he would want." The outpouring of love for John Lodge shows just how strong his impact was. From classic rock radio stations playing Moody Blues songs in tribute to fellow musicians posting heartfelt messages, the music world united in respect. Artists like Brian May, Steve Hackett, and Denny Laine shared their condolences, calling John a true gentleman and one of the greats. These tributes painted a picture of a man who was not only talented, but also deeply respected by his peers. Justin Hayward's loss is one that fans deeply empathize with. They know that behind every great band is a bond, and when one part of that bond is gone, something irreplaceable is lost. For Justin, every song, every performance, and every memory now carries a new meaning. It's a reminder that even legends face goodbyes, but their music ensures that they are never truly gone. As fans replay their favorite songs from The Voice to New Horizons, they can hear John's bass echoing beneath the melodies, steady and strong. That sound was his gift to the world. It will keep him alive in the hearts of those who loved him. Justin's farewell reminds us of something powerful, that music is eternal, but friendship makes it meaningful. As tributes continued to pour in, Justin Hayward made another brief statement to thank fans for their overwhelming support. He said, "John would have been so touched to see this outpouring of love. He always believed that our music belonged to the people." Those words struck a chord with longtime followers who knew how much both men valued their audience. For the Moody Blues, fans were never just listeners, they were part of the journey. Justin and John often said that the real magic happened not in the studio but when the music connected with people's lives. Many fans have described how the Moody Blues' music became part of their most personal memories. Some said they played Nights in White Satin at their weddings, or listened to Question during hard times. One fan wrote online, "Their songs were like old friends. Every lyric had meaning, every sound brought peace." For Justin Hayward, knowing that his and John's work reached that level of emotional importance must be comforting, even in the midst of loss. Justin has also spoken about how John Lodge's personality shaped the band's character. "John was steady," he said. "He was the one who kept us all grounded. When the industry got crazy or the fame got too much, John was the calm voice in the room. That quiet strength helped the Moody Blues survive through changing music trends, from psychedelic rock to the MTV era. Many bands from the 60 Seconds fell apart under pressure, but the Moody Blues endured largely because of the friendship between Justin and John. Younger generations of musicians have also acknowledged John Lodge's influence. Modern progressive and symphonic rock artists often cite the Moody Blues as a major inspiration. Bands like Coldplay, Radiohead, and even Muse have referenced their pioneering blend of rock and orchestration. John's bass technique, smooth yet powerful, became a model for many who wanted to bring melody into rhythm. His approach showed that a bassist could be both supportive and expressive at the same time. Justin Hayward, in one interview, said proudly, "John changed how people thought about the bass guitar. He gave it a voice." Behind the fame, John Lodge was also known for his humility. He often said that fame never defined him, the music did. In interviews, he shared how he always felt grateful for the life he lived. "I'm just a guy who loves to play," he once said with a laugh. "If people still want to hear me after all these years, that's the biggest reward." Justin Hayward admired that attitude deeply. In his farewell, he mentioned how John never lost his sense of joy for the simple things: a great song, a good laugh, or a night with family. In closing, Justin Hayward's tribute to John Lodge is not just about mourning a legend, it's about honoring a partnership that changed the face of rock music. It's about two men who shared their passion with the world and left behind a legacy that will inspire generations. John Lodge may be gone, but through Justin's words and their timeless songs, his spirit continues to sing. And perhaps the most touching part of Justin's farewell is this: it wasn't filled with grand statements or dramatic words. It was simple, real, and full of love. The same qualities that made their music so unforgettable